G'day from Fingal Bay, as in Fingal Bay, Australia. And I found myself, I'm staying in another bay city here called Shoal Bay. And the other day I was looking at Google Maps, and not even 5 minutes from where I'm staying at Shoal Bay, I saw Fingal Bay. And what kind of caught my attention about it was this very peculiar shaped beach called Fingal Beach. And it's kind of like it's like a triangle. And then there was another thing that said Fingal Split. And I didn't know what Fingal Split was. So I started reading up on this particular beach, this spot. And apparently this is one of the most beautiful beaches that you could visit in Australia. I think in 2020 it made the top 20. And if I'm not mistaken, Australia is Australia is a beach. And there must be, thousands of beaches here in Australia. So to say that I'm standing on the path that'll take me to one of the top 20 beaches in Australia is pretty amazing. And it's only 3 minutes from my house by car. And I'm going to bring you along, and we're going to go check out Fingal Beach. And we're going to, maybe, if it's low tide, I think it's low tide, you can only go across the Fingal Split and get over to, I think it's called Shark Island. You can only get over there, well, you can walk over to that island on low tide. So I woke up this morning, I saw low tide is at about 1:30, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cross. And over on the island, there is no shortage of beautiful scenery, I'm sure, but also there's a lighthouse there. And lighthouses are always a good place to visit. So let's go check out Fingal Beach. I don't know that I can even begin to capture this for you, but perhaps I can. There was a gentleman, and he was pointing. He just kept pointing out to the waves. And he was talking to his wife. And I came up and I asked him, I said, "What are you pointing at?" I said, "Is there a mermaid out there or a whale or what is it?" And he said, No. He said, "Look, just look at the waves. There are so many mullets," he said. He called them mullets, and sure enough, every now and then when you see a wave cresting, you'll look and there's just nothing but fish in it. It's really a sight to see, and I don't know that the camera will capture it, but look at this right here. There you go. Oh, wow. Yeah, so as the waves come up, if you look closely, you'll actually see all types of mullet. There they are, right there. Isn't that something? Now, I wouldn't know a mullet from a stingray, to be quite honest with you. To me, they're fish. But boy, look at that. There sure are quite a bit of them. And I don't know if you can see that or not. I sure hope it comes out on the camera when I get this into the editing room, so to speak. This should give you a really good idea as to the configuration here of Fingal Split. I'm walking along here, and off to the right I see the island just over there. And there's some cars and trucks, what have you, people fishing. But then I see these two boats right here, and I'm thinking, what's up with that? And as I walk up, look what I see. I see the water over on the other side. And this, my friends, is the Fingal Split. This is where high tide comes in. So this is the triangular beach right here. You can see there is the triangular beach, and it actually comes out over here to a point. And when the high tide comes in, the high tide basically closes this off for several hours. So if you were to come over here and not be aware of the high tide, low tide situation, you might find yourself stranded on the island for a little while, unless you were a pretty good swimmer. But this is the Fingal Strand, and I'm going to see if I can't find my way out to the point of this little island and share the lighthouse and the view with you. And speaking of view, if I turn the camera just off to the right, look at that. Just beautiful. What a beautiful day this is today. Temperature's probably about 75 degrees. Just up ahead I see all these birds that are just enjoying the day. And I don't know if I'll be able to bring the camera down a little bit and give you a nice view of them, but let's see if I can't. Well, here would be the fishermen, but I'm a little bit confused. I don't see anybody fishing. I see the trucks, so maybe they're out on the head or something. Actually, they're all just sitting in their trucks. Maybe they're waiting for high tide or something. I don't know. But they're all just sitting. They're all just sitting in their trucks. How you doing, mate? How are you? You mind if I say hello? What's your name?
Greg, where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
Okay, cool.
So you are you're a fisherman.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious. Are you guys like on lunch break right now, or what?
There's fish along the beach here.
I'm sorry?
There's some fish along the beach here if you want to have a look. They're still
Yeah?
there. Yeah.
Right along the beach. So how come you guys aren't fishing right now?
Wait for them to come around the corner and put the net around them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just man on the hill there looks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. You're going to be on Tom TV.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, mate.
Good day, mate.
Thank you. All right, there you go. So I don't know. I didn't exactly catch what he was saying, but something about some fish on the beach or something. I don't know exactly what they're all waiting for. But look at this. All right. Now, if I understand that gentleman correctly, he was telling me they're waiting on the fish, and they actually have somebody up on this hill, and that somebody will spot the fish. And he said they'll come in, they'll see him come in like a big black ball or something. And yesterday they caught 10 to 20 ton of these fish. And here you see they've got a net. And he was telling me that there's a net here with all these fish, and they're waiting for I guess they're waiting for a crane to come pick these fish up. That's what they're doing. So this is their catch right here, folks. Look at this. This is their catch. And look at that. I was wondering what he was talking about. And here's their catch. So they're waiting for a crane. I think these are called blackfish. I think that's what he was saying. And this is what they're waiting on. They've got somebody up there that'll spot these things coming in like a school. And they caught 10 to 20 ton of these things yesterday. Will you look at that? Wow. That really is something. Now all we need are the chips. We got the fish, and now all we need are the chips. And we have fish and chips. So, pretty cool. That really is something else. I wasn't really quite sure what he was talking about, but there it is. Isn't that something else? I am just coming up on what they call the track. The track, as we would call it back in the good old US of A, would be the path. And that would be the path, or the track as they call it here. that'll take me over to the lighthouse. And look at this. You can see the wall right here of sand, where I'm assuming the water comes up in just a little while. But here is the track that's going to take us up and over to the lighthouse, I'm assuming. All right, you've been warned. Look at that, Fingal Spit. Crossing Fingal Sandspit can be dangerous. Many people have drowned at Fingal Sandspit. Do not cross in either direction if there is any water over the sand pit, and check the tide chart. And would you look at that also? They've got beware of sharks. Beware of sharks, strong current, dangerous tide, swimming not advised, and beware of a sudden drop. But otherwise, enjoy yourself and have a wonderful time here at here at Fingal Spit on your way to the lighthouse. So let's go and check this out. There was a sign right here at the beginning of this path going up to the lighthouse. It's 1.2 kilometers, and it's a medium grade. And I don't know that I need to worry about sharks here on the path. Maybe only in the water. And there would be your view looking back, and you can see the Fingal Spit with the fishermen on one end and the beach and the hills on the other end. All right, let's go find a lighthouse. Once up that initial path, you have a rather grassy track, it looks like, and I would imagine this is probably a bench or a information board. It would be an information board giving you some information about the area. Welcome to Fingal Island. And it's asking, do you have time to walk to the lighthouse and back before the tide covers the sand? And I believe I do. And I'm not going to read that whole thing. You can find enough information about the lighthouse and Fingal Spit and Fingal Island on the internet. So we're just going to walk and talk and hopefully find ourselves a beautiful lighthouse. As I walk along, I gotta tell you, I am rather pleasantly surprised at how nice this path is. It really is a beautiful, well, they would call it a track. And look at these trees here that add to the ambiance as you're walking through on your way to the lighthouse. Look at that. All right, not too much further, I would imagine. I believe that I am nearing the lighthouse, and there it is. There is the lighthouse right there. Look at that. And let's go and I'll zoom in a little bit on it. So there's your lighthouse. Just up from where I did the last shot, I thought this would be a good opportunity to share with you some of the plants here, the plants and the trees. And here you actually see berries on those plants. I'm assuming you can see those little berries that are on there. And I come back and you see the trees that are here. This looks like some type of a pine tree. And just up ahead you have these trees here. All right, let's find ourselves a lighthouse. And not only here it is, but here it is, and I've got it all to myself, or seemingly so. And I have to tell you, if there was ever a beautiful day to fly a drone, boy, this sure would be it. There's barely any wind, and this should be really a spectacular opportunity to share this area with you. And just over here, I don't know what this building is. Maybe that was the outhouse. I don't know. But let's see just how far, or how close I should say, I can actually get up to the lighthouse. And you can read the history about this. I'm sure there's a story behind this building right here. As a matter of fact, probably should see if I can't walk you inside. Look at this. Wow. Oh, so this was a this was a house, and here is that would have been the fireplace right there. Isn't that something else? House definitely could use a roof. Now, I'm not going to go climbing around in here too much because you never know what'll sneak up and bite you here in the land down under. But albeit a snake or a snake or something like that. There's another room with a fireplace, and I see quite a few lizards walking around here. And here's a post going across, and I can share some of this with you. All right, let's go see the lighthouse and the view from the lighthouse. Everywhere you look, there's just really spectacular views around here. This would not be a bad duty assignment at all. Well, you look at that. What a view to die for. Just beautiful. And there would be the star attraction. Look at, boy, what a good decision this was to come and check this place out. Look at that. Boy, that is something else. A lot of history behind that. And for those of you that like to play make-believe, I'll give you the full effect of walking up the steps. There you go. Wonderful. And there's your view from the top of the steps. All right, I'm going to see if I can't get the drone up. I am finding my way back, and in doing so, boy, one just must wonder if I am cutting it a little bit close. And I say that because you can see this little spot just up ahead where the two sides are coming together. And look at that. you can see the water going across. So you would not necessarily want to get caught on one side of this, this split is what I guess they call it. I'm actually walking through the water, and high tide is starting to come in. I think I actually have, I probably have a good maybe hour before all of this is underwater. But why take the risk? Look at that. So it's just coming up over on this side and going right on over to that side. Isn't that something else? What a great opportunity this was to share this special place with you. I really hope you enjoyed it. Boy, talking about with time to spare, I've just got battery to share, and I found my way here, and the fishermen are pulling up the nets. See? Uh-oh. We got a bloody kangaroo over here. Got a bloody kangaroo. So look at this. Here they are. They're pulling in the net, and give you a nice shot, just like you were here yourself. These guys are good day fishing. These guys are, boy, they're hard workers, I'm sure. And here is the, just in case you're wondering what's in the back of a fisherman's pickup truck. Here it is. He's got his rods, his bike, rope, plenty of nets to go around, and here they are. I would hope that they had a good day fishing. So really good. Hope you guys enjoyed hope you all enjoyed the tour here of Fingal Split and Fingal Island.